So in today's lecture, we are going to study a program on circular linked list. Okay. So let me increase the size of this program so that you can see the font. Okay. So basically this is the header files. Okay. And this is the structure of a node. So the structure of a node in a circular linked list is the same like your singly linked list. Okay. There's a data part and there's a pointer to the next node. So in this case, we are going to call the pointer to the next node as link. Okay. So the data part is integer and the link part is a type of struct node. Okay. Additionally, we have declared some global pointers head, x, y, and z. So head is basically going to be used to point always to the first node of the circular linked list. And these are the various functions that we have to either add the nodes or to delete the nodes from a circular linked list. And then we have a traverse function that will help us to traverse the given circular linked list. So in the main program, this is your main program. A menu driven program has been written wherein you are given the options to select certain options. Based on that, the operations will take place. So like for example, the first option is for creation of the first node. Second is to insert a node at the beginning. Third is to insert a node at any remaining position. Okay. Fourth is for delete at the beginning. Fifth is for delete at the remaining. Okay. And sixth is for display. So like that, there are corresponding to that, a switch case has been designed and the various functions have been called according to the options that have been given here. Okay. So there are 6 cases because there are 6 options that were present here. And each case will be calling the corresponding option. So the first, for example, is the choice 1 is create a node. So here you will be calling, in case 1 you will be calling the create function and so on. Okay. Let's start. Let's assume that the choice that the user has entered in the first time is the choice is 1. So therefore we'll be executing this and we are going to execute the create function. Okay. So this is your create function. So basically in your create function, we have one local variable intc. Okay. So first we are going to allocate memory for a node and that node will be pointed by the pointer x. So let's allocate memory for a node. And the pointer for that will be x. Okay. So let's say this node is allocated at the address 480. Okay. In the next step, we enter the data. Now, as you can see here, actually we are entering, although this has been declared, I'm not using it, you don't need it. Okay. So I deleted it. So I'm entering the data directly here. Can you see this line? This is something new that you have seen and you must have not seen in the previous programs. Now directly I want to store the data in X arrow data. So I directly say scanf %d, comma, ampersand X arrow data. So whatever number will be stored will be entered from the keyboard will directly go here. So let's say the number is 22. So directly it will go to X arrow data. Now this is a circular linked list. Okay. So here what should we store here? Should we store null here or what value should be stored here? Can you tell me? Answer in the chat box. In a circular linked list, what value is stored in the link part of the last node? Can you all tell me? What value is stored in the link part of the last node in a circular linked list? Address of the first node. Correct. Yes, address of the first node. Now, we are having only one node here, that is the node with the address 480. So what value should come here? 480. Okay. So we do that using this line. X arrow link equal to X means we get here 480. Okay. Now once we get at 480, that means this node is pointing to itself. Okay, it's a bit difficult for me to draw that. Let me try. So something like this. Okay, so that means this is pointing to itself. It's a circular fashion. Okay, so it's a circular fashion. So this is create function, like your singly linked list and your doubly linked list is used to create a first node. Okay, so whenever you are creating your linked list for the very first time, you actually need to call this function first. Otherwise, you may get some kind of a error. Okay, so this loop, now once you do the create function, okay, if you exit the create function, what will happen? If you exit the create function, x, although it's a global variable, like I told you previously, I'm not going to use x to be pointing to the first node. I'm going to use this pointer head to point to the first node. So therefore, before I exit the function, I say x equal to head. So therefore, what will happen? Head and x will both be pointing here. Head and x will be both pointing to this node with the address 480. So when I exit this function now, I go to this main function. This while loop is running continuously. Therefore, you can enter a new choice. Okay. So say I enter a new choice as 2. So in the second case, I'm going to call the function insert at the beginning. Let's see what insert at the beginning will do. Obviously, like you by now you must have understood, insert at the beginning will be inserting one new node before the existing linked list. Okay. How what is how it can be done? Let's just check. So we are declaring here some temporary variables. Okay. So uh, so sorry, this is insert at position. We want insert at beginning. This is the insert at beginning. Okay. So what we do, we initialize the value of head to x. Okay. So therefore head and x are both pointing to 480. Then I allocate memory for a new node. So that will be pointed by y. Let's say, let's make some place here. So I'm allocating memory for a new node. It is pointed by y. Okay. Address of y, let's say, is 6, or you can say 60,000. Okay. Next step, we will insert the data. So directly we will insert the data in the data part of y. So directly we are saying y arrow data. Okay. So directly the data, whatever data you want will go here. Next, I check whether x arrow link is equal to head or not equal to head. Okay. If it is not equal to head, then I will be moving the value of x. Okay. Otherwise, we don't need to move the value of x. Okay. So you just check for this x arrow link not equal to head or whether it's equal to head. So when you check this x arrow link, okay, is 480, and it's also it's equal to 480, which is the value of head. Okay, so therefore this loop is not executed. You come here, okay, and you say x arrow link equal to y, because now this is your new first node. So therefore the value that should be present here should be 60,000. Therefore we are saying x arrow link equal to y. So therefore we are getting here 60,000. Okay. So therefore this pointer now is here. We are having something like this, a circular linked list form like this. Okay, x arrow link equal to y. So we are forming the pointer like that. Then we need to join the first node with the second node. So we say y arrow link equal to head. When I say y arrow link equal to head, that means here I get the value as 480. Okay, and I get a pointer from y to the second node. Okay, I get this pointer. The only thing that remains is head is supposed to be pointing to the first node, but it is not pointing right now to the first node. So I change that by this line of code. So I say head equal to y. What it will do? It will move head from here. It will move head from here and it will shift it here. Okay. So now, right now, both these pointers will be present at this position. The head is also there and y is also there. So this is the way you do insert at the beginning. Okay. Any questions for me in this code? I'll keep this code open. Okay. Let's say we are calling this function for the second time. Okay. I want to insert a new node again at the beginning only. Okay. At the beginning only. So what we'll do is we'll try to insert a new node at the beginning itself and see how this code will function. Okay. So again, I'm calling insert at the beginning. So I initialize the value of x to head. So x is no longer here, but x is here. Okay. Then I allocate memory for a new node. It is pointed by y. It is pointed by y. Okay. No value is present. Let's say the address is 777. Okay. Next step, I enter the data and I store it in the data part of y. Let's say the data that I'm entering is 99. Okay. In the next part, I check for this condition: x arrow link not equal to head. Okay. X arrow link, is it equal to head or not equal to head? So when you check the x arrow link, okay, x arrow link value is 480. The value of head is 60,000. It is not equal to. So what I do in the next step, I shift x to the next node. Okay, so I shift x from here. I shift x from here to here. Now again I check for this condition: x arrow link. What is the value of x arrow link? 60,000. What is the value of head? Value of head also is 60,000. So I would shift x only if they were not equal, but since they are equal, I do not run this loop now. I stop with the shifting of x. I go to this line and what I say now, x arrow link should get the value of y. So now x arrow link should be changed from 60,000 to 777. So I make it 777. Okay. So that means what will happen? Now this last node is pointing to the first node again. Okay. So I make this last node, this address has to point to the first node. So to do that, this line is there. Okay. The next step, I say y arrow link equal to head. So what that will do? It will join the first node with the second node. Okay. And you will get the address here as 60,000. Okay. Address is 60,000. The only thing that remains is now head is not pointing to the first node, but is pointing to the second node. So I change that with the line head equal to y. What will happen? Head will come here. You will get head pointing to the first. So basically, every time you are entering a new node at the beginning, okay, what you are doing is using this loop. What is the purpose of this loop? The purpose of this loop is to make sure that x is present at the last node. Okay, and when x is present at the last node, in the next line, when the loop becomes false, in the next line, you will change the address of the last node to the current first node. Okay, so basically the purpose of this loop is keep shifting x to the last node. Once x is at the last node, this condition will become false. Okay, so when it becomes false, you will come here, you will change the values so that x arrow link will be pointing to the new first node. Okay, then in the next line we make the first node and the second node, we form the link between them, and in the last code line before we exit the function, we make head point to the first node of the circular linked list. And this process keeps getting repeated every time you insert a node at the beginning. Okay, any doubts about this function? If anyone has any doubt, tell me. Okay, I'll continue. You can type your doubt if you have. Okay, now let's say I call the case 4. Okay, delete at beginning. I want to delete the first node. Okay, see here I am having various options. I can put any option. I don't have to go in the correct order only. Okay, I don't have to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After 1 and 2, I am selecting 4. Okay, that means this node having the data 99 should get deleted. Okay, how to do that? Let's see. Okay, so I'm calling delete at the beginning. So if I'm deleting a node, then first of all I check whether value of head is equal to null. If value of head is equal to null, that means the list is empty and there's nothing to delete. Okay, so when I check value of head is not equal to null, it is equal to 777. Okay, so I come to the else part. In the else part, I say x equal to head and y also equal to head. That means x is pointing here and y is also pointing here to the first node, to 77777 address. Okay. In the next line, I check whether x arrow link is equal to head or not equal to head. Okay, so when I check x arrow link, value is 60,000, value of head is 7777. So it is not equal to. Okay, not equal to. So therefore, what I will do, I will shift the value of x. I will shift the value of x. Now, can anyone tell me why we are having this loop? Why we are having this loop? Why we are shifting the value of x?
So because the address of the first node is being stored in the last node. So
Correct.
when X will reach to the last node, so we can delete it.
Correct. Correct. So basically what we are doing, like Ashraf said, we are deleting this node. Okay, this node. When I delete this node, in the last node, what should be the address? 60,000. Okay. So before I do this deletion of this node, okay, so I will take x to the last node. I will take x to the last node and I will put there in the link part, I should put there 60,000. Okay. With the circular linked list, that structure of that should be maintained. So after I delete this, I cannot make there 60,000. Okay. Before that I should do it. Therefore, I'm shifting x to the last node. So now again you check this value. Obviously it will not match. Okay. X arrow link is 480 and head is 60,000. No, head is 7777. So it's not matching. So again you're going to shift x to the next node. So now x will come here. Okay. Now you check the value again. X arrow link is 7777. Head value is also 7777. So now you stop shifting. Okay. In the next line of code, what you will do? Shift the value head to the second node. Okay, you will shift head to the second node because we are deleting this node, which is going to be a new first node. This one. Okay, so therefore head should be pointing to your new first node. I'm doing that using this line here. Head equal to y arrow link. Y arrow link value is 60,000. So 60,000 I'm giving to head. So therefore head now will be pointing to the second node. Okay, head will be here. That happens because of this line, head equal to y arrow link. Now I need to change this value to 60,000. So how I do that? By saying x arrow link equal to head. When I do that, I get here 60,000. Okay, so therefore this thing is pointing here now, like this. Okay, once it's pointing here, the circular linked list is maintained. This is the first node, this is the second node, and I can come in circular fashion. Okay, so I can go ahead and delete the node that I was supposed to delete. So that node that I was supposed to delete is the first node, is pointed by y. So I use the inbuilt function pre, and I include that pointer that I want to delete. So this node now will be deleted. So this node is deleted from the doubly from the circular linked list. Okay, so this is how your circular linked list will look like after deleting a node at the beginning. So I showed you how to delete a node at the beginning. Understood? Is it clear? Okay, next, say I put the choices 3, okay, and I'm inserting at the some position. So I call this function insert at position. I initialize this and I declare these various variables. Okay. I allocate memory for a new node, and that is pointed by y. Let's allocate memory. It is pointed by y with some address. So let's say the address is 200. Okay. Next, I check if the value of head is equal to null. If value of head equal to null, then we cannot do anything because the linked list is circular linked list is empty. But it is not equal to null because head value is 60,000. Okay. So next, I enter some data. So let's say the data that is entered here is 56. Okay. Now I am directly entering the data because I'm directly taking the data here. Okay. Instead of using 2 programming steps, I'm taking the data in 1 programming step only. Okay, shortcut way. Next, I say let's take the position. So let's say I take the position as 1. The position as 1. Then I say head equal to x. So that means head and x will be pointing to the same node. That is your first one. So both of them will be pointing here, x and head. Next, I have declared one more pointer here, PTR. So that also I want to be pointing to the first node. So I am having here now 3 pointers, PTR, x and head. Now I'm checking whether the pointer arrow link is equal to head or not equal to head. If it's not equal to head, then I'm incrementing the value of count. Initially, I made the value of count equal to 1. Okay. So I check for this. So initially, PTR arrowhead, okay, is 480, is not equal to head. So count will become plus 1. Initially it was 1, so now it will become 2, and PTR will be shifted to the next. So let me write here count. Count will become equal to 2, and PTR is shifted to the next node here. Okay. Again check this condition. PTR arrow link not equal to head. Now PTR arrow link is 60,000. Head value is also 60,000. So this loop cannot run now because only if it is not equal to you can run. Now it is equal, so I cannot run it. Okay. Then I check for I increment the value of count again by 1. Okay. So count now value is 3. Next, I check whether the position that I want to insert a new node is greater than count. If it's greater than count, then obviously I am doing something wrong. Okay, I cannot try to insert a node at the 10th position because I am having only 2 nodes. So that's what I'm checking here. Okay, when I check here, it's not true. Position of the node is not greater than count. So I do not execute this if statement. So I check the while statement. Is C less than position? The value of C has been initialized equal to 1. Okay. So I check for this. Is C less than position? So when I check, again it is not true. Okay. It is not true. C is not less than position. It is equal to. Okay. So I come here. So I say y arrow link equal to x. So y is here. Y is here. I say y arrow link equal to x. So that means this node will be inserted at the first position. Okay. So when I say y arrow link equal to x, meaning x is already here, so I will get here 60,000. Okay. And this node is pointing now here. So this is pointing to the node with the address 60,000. Okay. In the next statement, I say z arrow link equal to y. We made some mistake, I think, somewhere. I think this should be equal to, less than or equal to. Okay. It should be less than or equal to. Okay, I'll do that code again later of insert at a position. Okay, let's continue and we'll do this delete at the some position. Okay, so assume that you are having a circular linked list like this. Okay, there are 3 nodes. Assume you are having this circular linked list with 3 nodes. Okay, and you are having this pointer here head. So imagine this is your circular linked list and I want to delete some node, okay, at some positions. That time I will call the delete at position function. So when I call this function delete at a position, this is what will be executed. Okay. So if your value of head is equal to null, obviously the linked list is empty, you cannot delete anything. Else you're going to come here, you're going to initialize C equal to 1, okay, and you're going to ask the position which you want to be, which has to be deleted. Okay, let's say I enter the position as 2. Okay, let's say I enter the position as 2. Let's say POS equal to 2. Okay. Then I initialize the value of x, so x will be equal to head. That means x will be also pointing to this node and head also will be pointing to this node. So the pointers are present here. Next, I check for this, is C less than position. Okay, so C value is 1 and position value, like I told you, is 2. Okay, so yes, 1 is less than 2. So what I do, I run this loop. I say x equal to y, so that means y is also pointing here. Okay. Then I shift x to the next node. So x will move from here and come here. And then I increase the value of c. C was initially 1, so it will become equal to 2. Now when I check this condition, 2 is not less than 2. So this is failing. Okay. So I come here and I say y arrow link equal to x arrow link. Can you tell me what is the meaning of this line? Basically, what I am doing is, this is my first node, this is the second node, and I want to delete the node at position 2. This is the first position, this is the second position. I'm going to delete the node at the second position. And what should happen? The link between this node and this node should be reset. Presently, this node is pointing to the node that is going to get deleted. So I don't want that link to be broken. The circular linked list should be maintained. So how you get that node, this node address into this? Okay. So you get that since there was no pointer here, this 480 is also stored here. Okay. How can I access this 480 from here? X arrow link. Where do I want this 480 value to be stored? Here in Y arrow link. So I say Y arrow link equal to X arrow link. So that means here I will get 480. Okay. When I get 480 here, what it means is it is pointing to this node here with the address 480. Okay, like this. So once I do that with this line, I delete the node pointed by X. So the node pointed by X is having the address 60,000. That node is deleted, and your circular linked list will look something like this. Okay. So you are having the first node at address 200 and the second node at address 480. So this is how your circular linked list functions. Okay. So basically, whatever position you mention, from that node it will be getting, the data will be getting deleted. So here we are not actually deleting based on the data like how we are done in the first two programs of your singly linked list and doubly linked list. Here we are deleting based on the position. Whatever position you specify, based on that position it will get deleted. And in order to check that you're deleting within the nodes, the number of nodes you have, we are using this while loop. Keep a track of how many nodes are there in the linked list. So this is basically your program on circular linked list. So students, do you all have any doubts?